Okay, you still have time. We're live. You can drop the link wherever for them. Peace and blessings, party people. This is Sutton and Lace back again, the co-founders of the Flavor Room. And we are welcoming you into 2026. Yes, we are here on New Year's Day, live and direct with you, because this is the last installment of our behind the scenes series, Building as a Founder. And we're quickly going to talk about content. I know from personal experience, it is something that gets a lot of people worked up. They overthink it. And I've talked to a lot of business owners who busy themselves with trying to say the right thing to convince people to buy, and it holds them back. And a lot of them never really talk about what they've actually created. They don't really talk about their businesses or talk clearly and directly about their offer, either at all or consistently. And some of them just end up crashing out because they're trying to stay on this content hamster wheel. So we want to address some of those things here today, because content doesn't have to be a rat race. It doesn't have to be something that's draining. In fact, I would say if it's draining and it's daunting to you, it's time to really look at how you are not only thinking about content, but how you are approaching it. So there's a few things that your content should do. All right. Yes, I'm saying should, in order for it to be effective and give you that unicorn mythical thing where people feel like they're connected to you through your content, and that they want to, oh, congratulations, and they want to buy from you, is that your content needs to clarify. Okay, it needs to clarify who you are, what you're doing, why people should care about what you're doing. It should also compel them. There's a difference between compelling people and convincing. This is not about listing all of the features and all of the videos and the timeline, all that stuff. This is about giving people an emotional and a psychological connection, but also logical, as to why this is the next step that they need to take. You also want your content to build trust. You also want it to identify whatever problem your ideal client is having. I see that a lot, where people dance around speaking directly about the problem they solve. And typically that's because people are afraid. It's yogurt. Typically because people are afraid to say, hey, I can help you solve XYZ. Because they feel, yes, we can make it. Because they feel like it's too like they're promising something that they can't fulfill. Or, oh no, I don't want to tell them that I can help them with this, so I'm just not going to talk about the problem at all. But what happens? The content ends up very wishy-washy. And especially now, people are not going to buy, they're not going to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on something that is wishy-washy. Just think about yourself, how you buy. Are you going to buy something that you're not clear what it is, who it's for, and how it can help you? No. So the same thing goes for you, regardless of what you're selling. And something else that your content needs to do is pre-sell. So any kind of questions or so-called objections, as they're called, that people may have, you want to address those things in your content. No, I'm not saying your content has to do all of these things at once. It most certainly can, but it doesn't have to. You can do these in bits and pieces. And something else I want to touch on is consistency. That word is thrown out quite a bit. Oh, just be consistent, just post more. Well, if you're consistently posting things or creating videos that is not getting you the results, why keep doing it? So that's a trap to fall into. Oh, I'm not getting the results, so I just need to do more. Well, if you're doing more of the thing that is not serving you, it's time to stop it. So consistency is more than just frequency. We want to think of consistency as also the quality. You cannot show up talking about pet care one day and the next day you want to talk about websites. You need to be consistent and cohesive in your message. And in fact, when you are consistent and cohesive in what you're saying, it actually makes it easier for you, because you're just going to keep saying the same thing over and over again in different ways, which that is essentially what marketing is. So you want to get exactly, which Lace will get to in a moment. You want to get clear on your message. No, I'm not talking about direct messaging. No, I'm not talking about email messaging. I'm talking about your marketing messaging. And I wanted to add that clarity because there's a lot of people that don't know what messaging is. They think I'm talking about Facebook or TikTok messaging. No, I'm talking about your marketing messaging, how you are positioning yourself in front of the people that you want to buy from you, and sending them on a clear path in order to do so. That is your marketing messaging. So you want to get clear on that. That is a huge thing that I see a lot of business owners don't have, is clear messaging. And again, as I said a moment ago, that is going to make it difficult for you to create content and not feel overwhelmed with it. If you're constantly trying to pull things out of the sky all the time, what should I say today? Oh, no, you already have everything you need right there to make clear and compelling content. Who you're talking to. Okay, so get clear on your messaging. Who you're talking to, what the purpose is of whatever you're saying or you're selling, why they need to care, and clarifying next steps. I emphasize that last one because a lot of people do not do that. You may have people in your audience right now that are hot and ready, like Little Caesars Pizza, to buy from you, but you have not given them a clear way to do so. You haven't said anything at all, or it's super vague. In fact, I've experienced it as well, where I've gone to somebody's page. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm liking this post. I'm liking what you're saying. I may want to know more about how I can make a purchase from them. And there's nowhere for me to do that. There's nowhere to book a call, nowhere for me to go to their website. And to me, that's a huge turnoff. Like, if I have to hunt for your stuff, I'm done. How do you think your audience is feeling? Right? Make it super easy. Make it super easy. It'll be easier for you. It'll be easier for them. And you do these things that we've talked about here, and the sales will come rolling in. It's really that simple. No, I'm not oversimplifying it. The problem is taking these steps. A lot of people want to skip steps. You cannot skip your messaging. You got to give it time. You got to get comfortable saying the same thing over and over again. It may be boring, sure, but get creative on how you are saying the same thing over and over again. So, Lace, do you want to quickly talk about repurposing?
Shameless plug first for you.
Oh, yeah. I'm just so into what we're talking about. But yes, as you can tell, I know what I'm talking about. Okay. And if you've been following us for any amount of time, you've seen our lives, you've seen our content, you can already tell that what we're saying here is not just theory. It's not just rhetoric. It's not just things, we've pulled from other places and we're sharing with you here. No, we are actually applying what we are speaking about here. So I am well-versed in messaging and marketing messaging. If you know that is something that you struggle with, that you don't have a clear message, that is difficult for you to say what you need to say, you're holding back, or it's just all kind of jumbled and you're not sure what to put out, so you just throw out anything just to say that you've done it, you need to come talk to me. Okay, you need to get a messaging consultation with yours truly. I will get you right in an hour. I will help you extract all the brilliant ideas out of your head. You will have a nice, beautiful framework for your messaging. Not my framework, not something I pulled from ChatGPT, but something specific to you and to your business, where you will be able to take it that day and run with it. So if that's something you're interested in, do we have a link for it?
We have the digital thingy link. So yeah, we'll drop it all in the comments for you.
Yes, we'll drop it all in the comments. Yeah, or you can just DM me, not on Facebook though.
But you can DM me.
I don't exist on Facebook anymore.
I'll hook you up.
Yeah, so you can either message me on LinkedIn, or you can reach out to Lace if you're watching this on Facebook, and she can send you my way. But either way, like I said, if you're struggling with that, it's time to get clear on your messaging. Moving forward this year in 2026, your messaging is going to be a game changer for you, because people are paying attention to that. Lace, you want to go ahead?
Yes. So after all of that, what we tend to find is folks reinventing the wheel and it's like, oh, I don't know what to write today. I don't know what to post today. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time you go to post your stuff wherever you're posting it. Repurpose and reuse. This is what it's all about, baby. This is exactly what me and Sutton are doing inside the Flavor Room and for Flavorworks as well. Don't let your lives go to waste. We're not just going to send this live out and then forget about it and have Facebook delete it and wherever else just disappear into the scroll. We download every single live that we do. We cut them up into clips and we repurpose. So we'll send out content with those clips. We might even reuse the entire video. We might put it into the back end of somewhere for training. There is always a way to reuse what you already have. So you don't have to keep saying the same thing over and over again, because eventually you would have done it so much you can just reuse all the times you've already said it. Saves a lot of time, makes it really easy, and it makes scheduling out content for the next month or so really, really simple, because you've already got everything that you need. So cut up those larger videos into clips. Reuse your testimonials. When you have people singing your praises, singing about the results that they got, reuse those. Put them down every week so people who are new to your world can easily just come in and see exactly not only what you're about and hear about what you're doing and be hearing that messaging that you're repeating, but also be able to easily see the results that people are getting from working with you. You don't need to go find a new client every time you want to share a testimonial. Use what you have and store up what comes in and just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Posts that do really well, whether they're video, whether they're written, whether they're a combination of both, whether it was something else that you may have come up with. Ones that do really well, get lots of engagement, get lots of comments, get lots of views, or that you just feel particularly proud of because they are saying what they need to say. Save them. Save them in your content bank. And again, put them back out. Nobody is going to say, oh my gosh, I'm sure she posted this last year around this kind of time. Nobody's going to remember that. There's always new people coming in. Use what's already working. Make it easy for you. So make yourself a content bank and have different sections. You know, the main messaging about what it is that you do, who it's for, how to work with you, testimonials, and all of those things. And you just post them out and just keep going. And as new things come, again, just keep adding, keep posting, switching it up. And it's that easy. And then you can just do all your content for the month. Laughing. You sit for one day, schedule out for the month, and then go on and get on with your business. You do not need to be all over the socials every single day. You do not need to be making new things all the bloody time. You don't need to do it.
Yes. And I want to add something to what Lace just said about you don't need to be on socials all the time. We've had people reach out to us and say, oh, you guys go live every day. Well, actually, we don't go live every day, but because we've taken our videos and we've repurposed them, it gives the illusion that we go live every day. So that actually works to our benefit. We have our own kind of way of doing that, but that's the point. So we're not on here all day. In fact, we only work 3 to 4 days per week, and then that's it. But everything is working for us in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. So if that's what you want, it's time to get into our world. You already know about the messaging consult. We also have the Flavorworks side of the house. So if you know that your digital presence is not where it needs to be, your website is not websiting, you don't have one at all, you're not getting the sales or the calls book that you want from your website, it's time to come talk to us. If you're looking for that community piece where a space is going to challenge you a little bit and help you rise to your next level and not keep you down playing small, it's also time to come talk to us about possibly joining the Flavor Room.
Yes, and everything that you need is going to be in the comments. So you can book your digital diagnostic with the Flavorworks if that's what you're looking for. Or you can go ahead and book your Flavor Fit call. And hey, I'm interested to see who's going to be the first person to join the Flavor Room for 2026. So if that is you, you know what to do. And we will speak to you again very, very soon.